Welcome to the Guns and Geeks podcast, your home for all the guns, politics, and geek goodness you love to discuss. Brought to you by NeverEnuffAmmo.com, GunChannels.com, and available on iTunes and YouTube.
Well, welcome everyone. A special Sunday night podcast for this evening. It's going to be pretty much the same thing we did last time around for those of you who were here and watched live with us or went back and watched later on. And the idea is basically we're going to be doing live commentary with the debates coming up. Debates are going to be starting in about 10 minutes, I guess, 10 minutes, something like that. So we're going to try and spend the next 10 minutes, everybody getting on the same page. I am probably going to be watching the debates on NBCnews.com. So, you know, I don't know where everybody else is going to watch it. They play it on YouTube as well. There's an NBC News. I guess they've got their own channel. Just type in NBC News. It'll pop up. If you want to watch it there, of course, you can watch it on your TV, whatever you want to do. But the idea behind this is going to be basically kind of like last time. The 90 minutes, the 90-minute chunk of the debate is going to be, if you're going to listen to this podcast, it's best listened to while watching that at the same time, because otherwise what you hear, because I went back and actually listened to some of the last podcasts we did, and what you hear half the time is complete silence, because it's all of us listening to the debate. And then after the 90 minutes are over, that we did about 30 minutes just kind of talking about it. So if you're watching this later on and you don't plan on just, you know, watching the debate live and listening to us give our commentary on it so that it syncs up, so that you don't just hear dead air half the time. If you're not going to do that, then the best thing to do is skip to 90 minutes ahead when the debate's over, and then we'll all discuss what we learned for this particular debate. Of course, the second debate, Hillary, Trump. We'll see what happens. Obviously, there's a lot going on, a lot riding on this. Things in the electoral college, in the polls, in all the scientific studies and things that are going on right now. They're not particularly looking great for those of us who hate Hillary Clinton. So there's that. It's a little depressing, quite honestly. But there's still hope.
Really have to say her real name, her full name.
Yes, it's Mega Mighty Morphin.
There's 9, 12, like
gangrenous.
Oh, I forgot gangrenous. I did forget about that.
There's like 16 people in this.
We are enhancing the.
Oh, I see. There's a stage behind them.
Yeah. They're doing all the announcements and stuff and whatever. I don't know. I've got it muted at the moment, but
there's like about 18 people like on the stage in little tiny bleachers, and then there's a whole bunch of people watching behind bars, or I mean gate fence.
Yeah, they're doing quite a few, but yeah, we got about 8 minutes left. So right now the guy's just kind of giving I don't know what the hell he's doing really. He's kind of giving
talking about the place, like the facility that they're at. He's telling about its history and what it is and its significance.
Okay, so stuff most people aren't going to care about.
No.
Yeah, but real quick, we'll go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves. Try to get on the same page. So of course, G-Webs.
Hey, thanks for the invite.
Foos, our local reloader.
Yep, I'm here. We do chats normally on Sunday nights, but we're forgoing tonight. If you have any question, it's Gun Channels Reloaders with S's on both. So send them in, we'll answer them up.
There you go. And Yankee, I don't know. He went to go get some coffee. I don't know if he's here yet. He's probably just his avatar. He'll be back.
I'm back. I just sat down.
All right. So Yankee's here. Dano, we got Dano showing up.
Yep. Thanks for the invite. Part of the dailygunshow.com.
There it is. And we got Carlos.
Hey, everybody. Just want to let everybody know that today my slurring speech, more than 30 minutes into this debate, will be brought to you by Wheat Beer. So pound them if you got them.
There it is. And mine will, of course, as always, be brought to you by vodka. So there we go. And I think we will have a couple other people showing up. I think Nathan
for me.
Mine's
going to show up.
Mine's brought to you just by a speech impediment and bad grammar.
Oh, okay. Well, Yeah, so I think that's it. So well, we're gonna try and all get on the same page here. Like I said, you can go over to the YouTube channel NBC News. I think you can watch it on MSNBC.com, NBCNews.com, watch it on live TV, whatever. We're about 5 minutes out from the start of the debate. Of course, it always takes a few minutes after it starts to really get things going. Do we got any predictions of what's going to happen here outside of Hillary Clinton obviously going to call Donald Trump out on his recently revealed comments? I mean, we know that's going to come up at some point. It's first of all, it's an NBC debate, so obviously they're going to bring it up, or if she doesn't.
All he has to do is say, "I'm a man. I like pussy. It's nature."
That's definitely one way to go about it.
It's evolution. Duh.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I was honestly surprised that he did the whole apology. He did like the whole video recorded apology or whatever about what he said. I was surprised because I was really expecting it's Trump, right? I expected him to go, I said that a long time ago. Who cares? Or just blow it off and not care, but not really say anything about it. So that's what kind of got my attention. Was obviously I don't think it's him because we know he doesn't care. But obviously the people running his campaign think this was a bad enough thing that happened that he had to make an apology for it, which I don't think was a good idea. I think
it does show that he's willing to listen to others, even if he would personally rather not ever do it.
Yeah, but I don't think that's not why people are voting for him. They're not voting for him.
Is my mic working now? I had to turn off.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I was Trump, I would say, hey, I talked about it. Clinton actually took it in the Oval Office. Oh well.
They're broadcasting dead air.
They're broadcasting dead air. Seriously?
Yeah, on the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. There's zero. They're clapping now, but that's it.
President Bill Clinton and Melania Trump.
What? This house is.
Okay, I'm hearing somebody's chat. But
I think that's G-Webs.
Oh.
It's just the family,
Oh.
the wives and the husbands.
They're getting some stuff ready and doing their introductions.
Our two potential first ladies.
Yeah. So anyway, so hopefully by now, if you're out there watching, you're on board. You got your deal going. You're getting set up to listen to the commentary here. And like I said,
if Donald Trump wants to have a bigger chance of winning, he needs to quit parading out his two retarded sons every time we have a debate or something.
How come there's no Chelsea there? She blew it off.
I thought she was there. They didn't show her there. I thought she was sitting next to her dad.
She just showed up.
I guess Clinton just waited for everybody else to walk up in a little.
So Anderson Cooper's going to be moderating this. Is it him with that other chick?
Anderson Cooper and some woman. Yeah.
Gay white guy.
I actually like Anderson Cooper. I know a lot of people don't like him, but he's one of the more fair journalists I've seen out there. And people,
he goes after people left and right. That's why I kind of like Chris Matthews. I can always never decide if I love Chris Matthews or hate him because he's annoying, but he goes after everybody, no matter right or left.
So I kind of like him. So that's what good. We'll see how that goes. I don't know who this chick is. I've never seen
Calvin Klein's kid or something, right?
No, he's Rockefeller. Oh, Vanderbilt. Something like that. Yeah. So he comes from a very wealthy line, although he didn't grow up rich.
Pledge or anything?
Huh?
Do you think they'll say the pledge or anything, or acknowledge that we're in the United States of America at all?
Nope.
No.
Sure, we'll see. Looks like they're getting ready. Are they ready to do the introductions now? Let's see. Got more people walking out on stage. They're pulling mics.
I'm one of the few people that actually hopes they don't do something like the pledge because I hate that whole. It feels like North Korea crap when you're starting that. Everybody do the forced pledge of allegiance to the country. Boy, watch the show. I don't like that.
That's bullshit. This is a presidential debate. This isn't every single thing that you've ever done. This isn't.
Don't care for it. This is actually a media event, not a It's not a state of function. So I don't like that.
Well, they're still just doing absolutely nothing there on the stage. So
they still haven't even gone.
They gotta wait for Hillary's tremors to stop.
Her Parkinson's is acting up. Yeah, let's see if she has another coughing fit or anything.
They're pumping her full of drugs.
They're in the back, hitting her in the back of the head with a hammer till she stops coughing.
Well, they got this little ticking clock on there. Again, we got 1:18 left, according to NBC News. So
He's always ugly.
the what?
no matter how they try to present Chelsea, she's always like, ugh.
Well,
Because she's got the worst of both of her parents' looks.
She's total horse now.
And that's saying something. Like,
hold on, it's just demon spawn. I mean, come on.
She's got she pulled the worst of both of her parents.
Well, I don't want to be part of sitting here bashing a young woman on her looks while we're supposed to be representing people that want her Donald Trump to do well.
Well, this is an example of lack.
Okay, I can say the same thing about the Trump. I can say the same thing about I can say the same thing about Trump's sons, though.
They're men. They're men, and they are retarded.
This is how men talk.
We're trying to win an election that requires the women's vote right now.
And we're not. I'm not trying to win shit.
Well, anybody listening to us is.
So hold on, Hank, you're saying that the fact that Trump has two sons with slick back hair that look like used car salesmen doesn't help win the women's vote?
No, I think the fact that he has these two retarded kids who like to hang around with big game hunters and shit doesn't help anybody's vote.
I'd like to know why Nathan has the children.
Here we go. It's kicking up here. We got the introduction. Decision 2016. There it is. Everybody having fun.
You must be a little ahead of me because I'm just now going to black screen.
No, I'm on NBCnews.com. So.
Oh, I'm on the YouTube channel and I had to click live.
Yeah, I'm on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, the last time we tried the YouTube thing, it just wasn't. It didn't work. It kept going to commercial every minute or two, and it would keep pausing and stuff. So I'm not going to watch the YouTube thing. It's although maybe that was because it was CNN. Maybe
we'll put a link over there for
a better job. The TV here.
Put a link over there for NBC.com.
Yeah, here's the. So I'm going to put that over there in the chat, and I'll put it in here internally. So. Let me find it here. There we go. There we go. So there's the link out there for those of you either on Gun Channel.
That's how the Prelude by NBC is all about Trump's woman's talk instead of like Hillary's any of her crimes and murders.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm sure they'll talk about anything that's been charged in a court or proven or on tape.
Now they're just having their little own internal commentary about what they're expecting.
I'm just curious if they'll bring up her just released transcripts from her Wall Street things where she's like, I'm all for completely open borders and blah, 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 and open trade.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, I know we're mostly all men here, but has anyone ever mentioned anything about boobs of women in their entire life? I think I can remember one time I did that.
I can safely say I've never said that because I'm a celebrity, I can get away with grabbing a woman.
I've never actually said I would grab a person by their pussy, period.
Yeah, I've never said that.
I've never said that either. That's ridiculous.
I never have. I kind of wish I would have, man.
It's not exactly a handle.
Okay, well, I used that line on my wife the other night, and surprisingly, didn't go over that high.
Didn't go over that well. Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to sit and go, now that's a hot piece of ass. I mean, I think we've all done that, but I wouldn't go over like, I'm going to walk over to her and stick my thumb in her pussy.
Wait, where's Flippy? He would totally say that to his wife.
Oh, that's not. Do not invoke the name Flippy.
I don't.
Already said it twice. Don't say it again. Do not say it again.
I don't think Flippy's husband would allow him.
God damn it! You said it the third time.
There's three.
Son of a bitch. Is anybody standing in front of a mirror? I don't know. Anyway, are they still yapping over there in commentary?
Yes, they are.
Yep, they are. Okay, come on. I'm going to mute it again. I'm going to wait
horse shit.
For the actual important people. Well, actually,
that is insulting to horse shit, sir.
Yeah. So we're still going. So we probably got a few minutes, 5 minutes or so before they walk out on the stage. But yeah, I know. Did anybody else hear? I heard this because I guess it was some of the not polls. I guess they were taking. NBC was putting out polls and trying to get people to vote on what types of questions they wanted to be asked in the debate. And I had heard that one of the ones that made it in that got enough votes was talking about the Second Amendment and guns and stuff. Anybody else hear that? That was going to be a topic?
No, but I wish that they would have asked, how many people have you killed?
Well, looks like they're going to actually
your
start
body
here.
count? Can that be a section of the debate?
I don't know, but if they ask about guns, how many of us feel confident that Donald Trump's going to do good on that and not just dig himself into another hole? Because I certainly have.
He's just going to dig himself another hole.
I'm
I kind of wish they would just do it.
He could bring up that he's for concealed carry. I mean, that might help him out. But
what they could do is they could just say, okay, whip out your penises and whoever's got the bigger dick wins. But then I'm afraid Clinton would kill him in that part.
Dude, yeah, Trump would definitely lose.
All right, Anderson Cooper's talking on mine now. Is he talking on yours?
Okay, so now they're going to let people ask some questions, a town hall style. So that's going to be interesting. Okay.
Okay, I want one of these like where just gun channels populates the town hall.
I know. Can they get that? So they're going town hall style. Okay, that's interesting. But I'm sure they cherry picked which questions are going to get asked. You know.
Oh,
okay.
say it ain't
Here's our introductions. Here we go. They're bringing them out. There's the clapping. Yay. Oh, there's the hag.
Of course, the cunt first.
The hag and the orange man. Oh, they've switched again. He's not wearing a blue tie anymore. He's changed it up. He's gone red this time.
And
she looks slightly less like Kim Jong-il than normal.
Only slightly.
Only
She
slightly.
has this look on her face. I just
yeah. So town hall question. Here we go. Nope. Clinton wins the coin toss.
Well, she's got her stool.
They're not going
Wait,
to
did you say she's got her
Here's the
stool or
question.
she's a tool?
Hey, Clinton won another coin toss? How many coin tosses is that this election? Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh. What are we doing?
You won the
Has there ever been one where they didn't shake hands?
Oh, man. She's asking about being a good role model. Oh, she's going to trash Trump.
Presidential debates is students' homework. Do you feel you're modeling appropriate and
Oh.
positive behavior for today's youth?
Thank you. Are you a teacher? Yes, I think
Yeah.
that's a very good question because
She's backhandedly going after Trump
parents
and how
basically
he's not
she's
a role
saying
model
Trump's
for children.
inappropriate for children.
are being said. And
Because I mean, let's be honest. That's why that question was chosen. Did you think you're a good role model for children? Let's ask Hillary Clinton this. She's got to bust out her slogan.
Her slogan needs to be
Who
I
does
show
she
people.
Yeah. So far, she's not directly going after him, so I'm a little surprised there. Or maybe she's just going to let him dig himself into a hole like he did last time.
The question was intrinsically a Trump dig, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was a dig on Trump.
She's not going after him. I mean, in a way, she kind of is because everybody knows why that question was asked. But
What's that thing on her chest? Like a brooch?
I'm not looking at that crap. Don't even try to get me there.
That's the mic. It's a white mic to match her white suit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
High on her chest.
Yeah. That's kind of a boring
heal
answer.
Our country, but you want to bring people that want to destroy our country in the country.
Okay, now he's going to answer. Let's see what he says. Oh, he agrees with her.
Seems like he's on Valium.
Is he? He's like he seems a little too
He might
calm.
be doped up for tonight.
Do you think
Wow,
his
he's
campaign
way
staff
too-
put him
he's-
on Valium
he's
just to
very-
keep it on an even keel?
He's very low energy right now. That's got to be intentional. That's not what I want to see. I want to see Trump be Trump.
Do they?
You know why everybody voted for him in the primaries? Because he was Trump.
This has nothing to do with the question.
Yeah, he's just taking it off track. Has nothing to do with are you a good example for children in this campaign? But well, actually, he just said he basically agrees with Hillary Clinton on everything, and then went on to all this other stuff,
which left turn into diatribe.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking about trade. That's his one key thing. He's always got to talk about trade. I think it's the only thing he genuinely cares about. Oh, and there she goes. She's writing down all the shit she's going to nail him on. Are we doing a drinking game today, by the way? Like when if he says Bigley or...
Is that him sniffing or is that someone on here sniffing?
That's him sniffing.
He's just taking advantage of that question to just answer everything all at once.
How hard is it to someone to give him the instruction of when you're doing long speeches, breathe through your mouth?
He was asked about being a good example, and he's covered everything from the border to trade to... Uh-oh, they already busted out the tape.
Oh, God.
Dude, what the fuck is this answer?
Mr. Trump.
Locker room talk. Nice.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good aspect because there's a big difference between saying something and doing something. Like if I say I'm going to go to the grocery store and strangle that stupid teller, that doesn't mean people should put me in jail because I did anything.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, is it okay if Hillary Clinton kills a snitch as long as she doesn't say it on tape?
Well, she thinks so.
You can't just answer a goddamn question with a straight fucking answer, and that's going to kill him.
But locker room talk equals killing ISIS.
Of course it is.
I don't think most people are following this line of thought he's got of relating ISIS to what he said on a bus about grabbing somebody by the pussy.
In the locker room understands it, male or female.
Oh, he's going to try and clarify. Oh, nobody has more respect for women than he does.
Oh, she's getting angry.
Oh, he's going right from.
But he's picking up steam.
He can't stay on track with this question. He's got to keep talking about making America safe, talking about borders.
Just drawing it out longer. Just answer it and
get
over
it worse for himself.
Donald Trump making America drunk again right now.
He should have just said it was locker room talk. There's a big difference between what you say when you're with your buddies and what you actually do, and then just moved on.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Letting her respond.
And I wish that
to shut the fuck up and answer questions and then shut up.
Who else is hoping for a slap fight?
She just wishes that her pussy would be grabbed.
And I'm talking one of those full out, both hands flailing with your head way back, not even looking at each other as you're slapping at each other.
Hillary's pussy hasn't been grabbed since Chelsea was conceived, and maybe not even then. So
no, since Chelsea was born.
No way a doctor went near that. The baby just shot out and he caught it like a football.
It's been the Dust Bowl since the 1990s.
Well, he's certainly not starting off this debate strong like he did last time. That's for sure. Like last time, he was nailing it for that first 15 minutes or so.
Well, let's hope he goes up this time instead of down.
Maybe we'll be the complete reverse of what happened last time.
Or maybe Hillary will slip up and say something like, when I killed those two people.
Or maybe she'll just have a Parkinson's coughing fit.
When Iowa
Or,
gets
you know,
murdered,
she
no
just
one finds
falls
out
flat on
about
her
it.
face.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, we can only hope for a
Literally.
seizure, but I don't think it can happen.
Oh, she's bringing up the Miss
Of course,
Universe
'cause
thing.
she's former.
She needs
She's
to stop
former
talking about that
Miss
Miss
Universe.
Universe thing
Someone's
because nobody cares about that. I mean, maybe if it's to add up with all the other things he's done, maybe it checks a box. But
I'm kind of a feminist. I mean, I believe totally in women are equal, but if you participate in beauty contests, don't act all pissy when people say things about your looks.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen, brother.
Yeah, but the point is that the tone of this debate has already taken a left-hand turn into trial and not debate.
Right. I want to send a message. If you don't vote for me, you're on my Kia list.
You should say, is she sending that message via her own private email server?
She's definitely better at answering questions. This is why I said he just needs to go Trump on her in these debates, because when it comes down to policy, when it comes to sounding rational, he can't.
His next words out of his mouth should be like, well, you can listen to this skank over here, or.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. Just words.
There you go. That's not bad. God. Disaster wasn't on the
breathe through your fucking mouth. Quit doing the nose sniffs.
Snort it again.
I need more alcohol for this debate.
You need to be on beer 3 with me at least, or drink 3 to be on par.
I'm already on a glass 3 of whiskey. Or sorry, glass 2. I'm about to get glass 3.
At least he hasn't busted out with made up words yet. Oh, he's going into the what's fair and what's not thing.
Oh, don't get in a fight with the moderator, Trump. Don't get in a fight with the moderator.
What's next?
They don't bring up emails. This is biased shit.
He's snorting a lot.
How long do you think they're going to stretch this?
What, like 10 minutes in? Like
we're already 15 minutes in, and we're still talking about his locker room talk. I haven't heard one real issue discussed yet. Oh,
here he goes.
Oh shit! Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad?
I want him to bring up Bill Clinton. He said
He
Bill
should have
Clinton.
done it in a better way, though. He should have said, "Now, come on, Bill, you stuck your thumb in some people's vaginas without asking first, right?"
He said it may not be a thumb, but a cigar. Am I right, Bill?
Well, thumb, cigars.
Well, he dropped the rape word. That's pretty big.
He didn't want to do that.
He did it.
He didn't want to do that because he's actually being charged with rape by a woman in a court case.
Who is?
Donald Trump.
No fucking way, really?
Oh, really?
Yes, one of the makeup artists from
He brought up the 12-year-old rape victim.
Well, she was a defense attorney. That argument's not going to fly either.
Well, he just said ashamed of herself, but that's what her husband did.
Yeah, but she's trying to make it like it's 1995 again. That's her whole argument for election.
Well, he's also trying to make it seem like she defends rapists because when she was a public defense attorney. She defended a rapist. That was her fucking job.
Oh, they like that.
Oh, they looked over at Clinton.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Ooh.
He's pissed.
Yeah, he is.
I think Trump might commit suicide soon.
Oh, the flies
With
are
2
hovering
rounds to
around
the
her.
back of his head.
There's a fly on her face.
Does that prove that she's a robot?
Oh,
that
and
she
they
can't
got a
swat the
cheer.
fly?
Oh,
Does
that was
prove
awesome. They got a cheer.
No, the fly around her face is because she's a pile of shit.
No, I think that proves that she's an android from Westworld.
Any
Oh,
way he chooses.
yeah,
He gets
whatever.
to decide what he wants to
Whatever.
talk about.
Oh, she's not even going to try and defend it.
If you go low, you go high. Or if they go low, you go
So the
high.
band
From what I
Shit,
heard,
she
Bill
went
Clinton
low.
went low.
Oh, that's not fair.
Way low.
Captain
So we're
Khan?
almost a third of the way through this debate, and we're still on fucking grab her by the pussy.
How is it not
If this
low to
were
go
just
after something he
about
said
one
11 years
video,
ago, but it's low to go
Maybe
after
what
her
he's saying
actions?
tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't. None of it's low, and all of it's low. But it doesn't
Gold Star
matter.
family time, guys.
I'm honestly just glad he pulled out that card. He needs to. I mean, maybe it doesn't work out well for him, but at this point, him not going for the balls, him not being Trump is getting him nowhere. He needs to go, Bill Clinton, the fucking rapist. You know, he needs to throw whatever accusations he can. He needs to throw that stuff out there because him playing it safe
Well,
is
he
not
doesn't
getting
want
him
to
anywhere.
say, he doesn't want to say rapist. He should say like abuser, but because he's never actually been charged with rape, whereas Trump has, so he opens himself up to a lot
Yeah.
of secondary crap.
But he needs to bring that stuff up. He needs to have those, you know.
It ain't gonna lose him any votes.
No, it's certainly not, and it might actually help him.
Oh, please go after Hillary after the birth there, because she started that shit with Sid Blumenthal. Please go after Hillary.
She did. Yes.
There it is. There you go. He brought it back to her. There it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he brought it back to something that her campaign didn't send it around. He's already coming back to something they've already fact checked on him a dozen times, and it just makes him look like he's willing to repeat things even though he's been told they're wrong.
Yeah, but people don't care about that. People care about most what he says here.
Look at this fake smile she has.
That's more of a scowl than a smile.
Oh, he brought the Bernie.
That's a good.
When you shit
That's
your
something they
depends.
should, that's something they should hit her on harder. And her.
Oh, sign on with the devil.
Devil.
That's a good line. Good line. Uh-oh. What's he
Did
gonna
you
say?
just call her the devil?
Oh God, no! Sean's gonna shit his bed.
Yeah.
Well, debate's over.
Yeah. Okay. He's made his point. He needs to move on to something else. He's just dragging it out.
He needs to, yeah.
He actually lost a lot of people with
You're
that
in the
whole.
player. This is awesome. She's freaking out.
No, He's talking about one of the things in one of the recent polls was that people are sick of these investigative things that go nowhere, and he's just saying we're going to do more of it.
Oh, they're booing.
Oh, she's getting booed, dude. Oh.
Her mouth is open.
And it's a disgrace.
Yes! You should be ashamed of yourself.
Nice.
Oh!
The first
What'd she
debate,
say?
He said, "Cause she'd be in jail." It's like fucking Jerry Springer up in this shit.
That was. I'm definitely already more entertained by this one than I am the last one.
Hell yes.
Definitely more interesting.
Oh, snap! I just got to that part. I'm on delay. That was awesome.
Yeah, you're delayed.
Please don't applaud for Trump, please.
If you take responsibility, you should be in jail.
Yep, absolutely.
It was. I think it's also
We're supposed to accept her apology, but he's not allowed to offer an apology.
Pretty much.
Well, President Trump has a good ring to it.
Yeah, she takes classified material at how'd she say it? But yeah, she lets other people.
He held her feet to the fire there just long enough. She is flustered. This is awesome.
Classified materials, very serious.
Look at him. He's got all his mojo back too.
Yep, he's on a little roll.
I'm really sorry for leaving classified information around, but as secretary, I had access to the most important stuff. How does that help you? Take a whole deeper to get out of it?
See on the document.
Oh yeah, I love that fake smile she's got on her face right now.
This is awesome.
You can tell she's pissed off.
Look at each other. She can't handle it. She's going to stroke out.
Yeah, he needs to stop repeating himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to shut up and let her dig her own holes.
Yeah.
Let him finish.
Let alone
Trump,
after
let them
getting
keep
the
going.
subpoena from.
So please,
So you didn't delete him?
allow her to respond, please. Personally,
I love it. She can handle it.
Yeah.
I'd like to not talk about what I did.
Oh, don't call that Anderson Cooper. He needs
No,
to stop.
stop, Trump, stop. That was a good spot to stop.
No,
Stop.
don't go after the moderator. Okay, now he's looking petty.
Yeah,
He
now
needs to
he's
stop.
sad. Yeah.
Go after her. Don't go after anybody else.
Get to their question.
We have a question here from Ken Korpowitz. He has a question about healthcare. Ken?
I'd like to know, Anderson, why aren't you bringing up the emails? I'd like to know. Why aren't you
We brought up the emails.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. And it hasn't been finished at all.
Oh, yeah.
Ken,
Oh, hit her hard. Don't let her put words in your mouth.
She needs to win the Bernie voters here and say, we're just going to take this to single payer if we can.
Well, he wants to do the same thing. He's pretending like he doesn't, but he said it too many times in the past that he wants single payer.
Yeah, but Trump wants single payer too.
He just has to pretend like he doesn't.
I say go for it. Say you want single payer. Better than saying nothing.
No, he's going to stick with the we need to repeal Obamacare thing because that's what the Republicans have told him he needs to say.
But they wanted to know what is he going to do afterwards, and I would
he's going to talk about in his policy where he wants to expand Medicaid for veterans and Medicare for veterans. That's one of the few things he's put position papers out on.
What the fuck does she say us for?
Insurance
She's got a lot of
companies
fucking
can't
balls.
deny.
That's a bad thing. I'm sorry. Being on your parents' policy until you're 26, grow up and be a fucking adult and get a job.
Agreed.
What happened to the incentive to grow up?
Well, a lot of people are in school till they're 23, 24. So
Until the age of
But that's not what the law applies to, Yankee, because if you're in school, you get a special, you can be on for school, but that's just 26 for anybody.
no, you can't keep, most insurances don't allow you to keep college age students on your insurance.
Bullshit.
It's like our main policy, once our son turns 18, his ass is off of it. Until we got, unless he goes to school now because of the new rules.
Yeah, but Obamacare lets you be on till you're 26 regardless. Like you could be at home and slob in the basement.
It does. That's fine with me. I don't care if someone wants to keep their kids on their insurance policy. I'm not going to tell people how to raise their kids, but I like being able to keep my son on our insurance while he's in college. Before Obamacare, he would have been off at 18.
What is he? He's not saying anything. I mean, he's just. See, this is where it starts to look bad because she just went through details on the things she does and doesn't like about healthcare and things that need to be fixed and things that are good the way they are now versus how they used to be and all this other stuff. And whether you buy into it or not, she at least answered that question. That's not really
what I'm saying. He should have just got up there and said, we need to move to a single payer system. That's what he should have done because we know that's what he thinks. I'd rather hear him just be honest about it and give a real answer.
As if there was a better answer. It was vote on it to read it. So this is as much answer as we had before the real one.
Was working on it. They want to leave those lines because that gives.
Every time G-Webs unmutes, he ruins my line of thought on my debate up here.
Uh-oh. Bringing her husband's words against her.
Anderson.
There you go.
He was absolutely correct.
There's still soft.
You know, right now she's just thinking to herself how she's going to chew Bill's ass out when they get home and be like, "You have ruined me. Everything they said is shit you've done in the past."
They should just pan over to Bill, and he's holding up a little sign that says, "Please help me."
He don't care. He'll go find some other pussy to grab.
Bill, that sign is not going to say, help me. It's going to say, I don't know, room for sale or something like that. Never mind. I'm going on mute. I'm drunk.
That was quick.
Yep. Doesn't take much with these.
Sip slowly.
I don't sip slowly at all.
You could have pound out with these two talking.
No shit. I made whiskey bubbles.
Don't blow whiskey through your nose, Foos. It'll hurt.
But, shit. Yeah, his bad judgment was marrying Hillary.
Well, let's see if he's actually going to explain something.
So much competition.
Oh, no. He needs to stop talking about this.
That's actually a policy stance there, right? Expanding Medicaid within the states. That's not a policy statement. I mean, that was actually a response. It wasn't like super in depth, but it was a response.
Radical Islamic terrorism.
I don't feel like he's buying any points here.
He's not.
I mean, he's
that stiffing's driving me crazy.
Well, now she can start her bullshit.
You know, the biggest problem I have with voting for Trump isn't Trump. It's those stupid people that come on TV and talk for him. Like that woman that's like every other word out of her mouth is, I'm Latina, I'm Latina, I'm Latina.
She's pulling out Muhammad Ali.
I hope not. He's dead.
Yeah.
She is a gift to ISIS and terrorists.
Indeed.
Oh, he can respond with rebuttal to this and hit her hard, I think. Come on.
See, this is one of those topics that he's just not going to, regardless of what he says, he's not going to win himself any votes talking
No, but he
about
can
this.
say that she was instrumental in the generation of ISIS, right? JV team, that was while she was Secretary of State. He can hit her. Oh, he's treading old territory. It's going to hurt.
So this whole topic, this Islamic terrorism, all this stuff, I don't think this...
He's just got a rope-a-dope, though. He's got a rope-a-dope through it.
I need more alcohol.
Buy me a drink, Foos. Buy me a drink.
I would, but I need more alcohol.
Why won't he just say no? He doesn't care enough about this topic. She keeps asking, do you still believe this? Just say,
It's a
no,
simple
no, I
no
don't.
answer.
And move on. And move on. He's not doing himself any favors right now.
He said Trojan.
Building safe zones?
Fuck safe zones. But we did background checks. But our background checks can't catch anybody.
she just take a pop shot at Russia? Oh, she's going after Russia.
Russian aggression,
Oh,
really?
Ooh, he can hit her with reset. Let's see if he hits her with reset. Even Angela Merkel is like really regretting taking Syrian refugees at this point. He can hit her.
They got stuff on the bottom of the page about fact checking and stuff. No, that's a bunch of crap.
I'm scrolling through my Facebook and I seen that guy, headbanging the Slayer in the middle of the Hurricane Michael, and I'm just like, America.
Oh, she's going with the Donald Trump is recruiting ISIS.
She's bringing them in.
What was that gesture they just made, too? What's the gesture mean?
Oh, no. This is what she got him on last time. He started freaking out about Hannity, 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 Hannity. Stop going after the moderators, please, Trump. What? He's completely. What about all the gun running in Benghazi and everything else? What about her role in starting ISIS? Weren't we on that topic a minute ago? Couldn't he have hit her on that shit?
Yeah, he had a lot of openings there.
Why is he going a completely different
least important?
What is she smiling about?
I'm positive that there's going to be a question about the border. Why is he wasting an opportunity to talk about that now when he could be talking about what
That's
everything
why she
she's
doesn't
done?
have the shit-eating grin right now, because she knows that he's freaking wasting an opportunity. She's not feeling it.
Overqualifying this question.
WikiLeaks. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, burn.
$15 years ago. So it's okay if it is strategic.
Well, she's saying she was talking about Lincoln doing that, which is true. I don't know if that's what she was talking about because I haven't read her transcripts.
Going after Russia again. What the hell?
Are these Russia attacks going to land? I don't think these are very effective for her. She's not trying to get the Russians to elect her or not elect her.
Yeah, I don't know.
But a lot of Trump supporters hate the Russians, that they're really worried about him working with the Russians.
I mean, she's right. I mean, Russia is doing some underhanded shit, and they were behind a lot of the stuff that's going on in Syria. So
that's true, but I mean, she's
I don't know why she's all of a sudden.
The Russians are the problem that what the fucking Democrats said and then was exposed. And somehow the Russians' problem?
Why are the Russians a problem? If the Russians are a problem, it's because she let them be a problem.
Well, they didn't want Russia gaining. Russia's trying to build power, and that's why they went into Syria and started making deals with Assad and then the Syrian government, and they didn't like that. So Clinton and all these other people, they got together and started arming the rebels, and then the rebels decided to become ISIS. I mean, that's the whole problem. Hillary Clinton helped start ISIS because they were trying to fight the Russians. Oh, that was a good one. I like that.
Ooh, that was awesome. I just heard the Abraham Lincoln and you. How far behind am I?
I don't know if saying I know nothing about Russia is a good idea.
Yeah. He's blowing off Russia as if Russia's not an issue. He keeps doing this. And all that does is feed into this idea that a lot of people have so I mean he's been praising Putin for a year and a half and talks about how Russia's not a problem and refuses to. I mean, Russia's a problem.
But maybe he's trying to play the angle that we don't want a second Cold War.
Russia's currently gearing up for open war, not Cold War, and he's going to pretend they're not a problem.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing this.
4 years ago.
He is right now feeding into all the conspiracy theories that he has ties to Russia. That's exactly what he's doing. He's feeding into this shit. Alex Jones is going to fucking flip his wig because Alex Jones believes in all these Russian conspiracies, and now here his God is saying there's nothing going on with Russia. Which way is Alex Jones going to go? I don't know. He's going to have a fucking aneurysm.
Is that stupid smile she gets supposed to like give her mileage, you think? Or you think that's just...
I don't know what the hell that is.
Fair share. Take that on.
See, you can tell he actually cares about this stuff when he talks about the taxes. This is up there with trade. These are actually things he does care about. Regardless of whether or not you agree with him, he actually cares about this stuff.
Well, yeah, because he wants to pay less taxes.
Yeah.
A reality that's great. But she lost $6 billion.
Nobody cares about that. I wonder what the vast majority of people care about when it comes to this stuff. When it comes to talking about taxes and whether or not corporations, get tax breaks and that kind of stuff.
I think it's a big issue because I think, according to most things you read, that one of the issues people worry about is the disparity of the tax code, where billionaires pay almost nothing and middle class gets saddled with most of the debt.
But that's not really different than what Trump said. He said we're going to eliminate the carryover tax, right? So he said the same thing as she did.
His fair share, not their fair share.
He's never done his own taxes in his life. I hate when he says that.
He talks about how well he knows his taxes. Let's be honest. He hires people who knows the tax law. He doesn't know fucking tax law.
Yeah, but he knows
familiar with the tax law doesn't mean that you've studied it. If you have to deal with the tax law at that scale, you're fucking familiar with it.
that's to me, that's one of the stronger points he has is when he goes into the whole, if she really cared about this stuff, why hasn't she done something about it sooner? She's been
until she brings out her record where she did vote on all this stuff.
I know, but I'm just talking about for his.
But she didn't author any bills, right?
Bring
She
this
authored
up.
like one bill as a senator, so she's really weak on that. Just voting once for it doesn't mean she did something about it.
He went from why he doesn't pay taxes to ISIS again.
Yeah.
ISIS is his 9/11. No, she couldn't have done. No, she couldn't have done it.
Uh-oh.
That's true.
Why doesn't she just say she involved the federal government with all these things that they've never had to be involved with?
People don't care about that, G. People don't care if it's the federal government. They're too stupid.
Most people like the federal government. That's one thing we got to quit harping on the right. Like, federal government is a bad word because most people are like, no, I like my country.
Yeah, well, it's not the same thing. So if you want to blow it off and confuse the issue by saying,
well, you're gonna confuse the issue with 95% of the people that favor our government.
Yeah, everybody favors the government. Those that cherish the government don't want to see a massive federal government destroyed.
Yeah, but you're not going to explain that to people in this debate.
$400 pieces of legislation in 8 years, and she's proud of that.
Margin than I'd been elected the first time. And as president, I will take that work, that bipartisan work, that finding
based on recent performance, that's not too bad.
Washington. Thank you, Secretary. And I've proven that I can. And for 30 years, I've produced.
G-Webs is still behind.
Yeah.
Way behind.
Ooh, he could hit her over a red line, Obama's red line.
Vote for Trump. He loves pussy and guns just like you.
Yes, sir.
I just read that off Facebook and it made me chuckle.
Man, I'm honestly surprised they are really going after Russia. Hardcore. I was not expecting that in this debate, and she's just railing against them.
Well, they think that Russia is in bed with Donald.
That must be the only reason they're doing it. I mean, because usually, I mean, she's basically lining up with a right wing policy or ideology. It's mostly people on the right that are looking at Russia and seeing what's going on over there and going, this is a problem. And usually it's the Democrats and the people on the left that are, ignoring it. So I'm surprised she is the one going out. It has to be just because there's this rumors about Trump being in bed with Russia. That's the only reason I can think of it.
So I just seen another meme on Facebook. It says, when he says Netflix and chill, but then he tries to grab your pussy.
Oh, go Trump on her. Go Trump on her.
Wait, what?
I got to go to the little boy's room. Somebody count how many times he says ISIS and how many times she says Russia.
He needs to be more specific.
Hey, Never Enough, check your Facebook. I just posted your name on a meme that you'd kind of enjoy.
That's a good one.
And you're welcome.
That's a good one.
That was a good, decisive statement.
Oh, using Pence's words against him. That's not good.
Oh, now we just had to hear him say how Assad's fighting ISIS, and how Iran and Russia were on our side until Hillary Clinton came along.
How was that close up on Hillary?
I don't know.
Is that supposed to make us like hypnotized or die?
It looks like she her speed totally ran out.
Yeah, they want him to leave. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, great. This is a moderator fight.
It is.
He's going to eat him alive on the generals thing.
Because you created it, bitch.
So where are we at? We're about a little over an hour in. So we got, what, 20, 25 minutes left?
Don't jinx it.
Okay, Turkey won't like that she said that because Turkey hates the Peshmerga and the Kurds. Ooh, hit her over classified, Trump. Hit her over classified.
Highly classified ones. You can read about them on the internet.
And then turn into ISIS later.
Oh, God, stop bitching to the moderator. Come on, dude. Let it go.
economics to people.
No, they didn't, because she said NAFTA was the gold standard.
No, she said TPP was the gold standard.
No, he said NAFTA. That's what they caught him on there. Like, if he'd have said TPP, he'd have been correct.
Oh, I thought that's NAFTA. What he said. No. Are we sure it wasn't a situation where he meant to say TPP?
I'm sure
because he's Trump,
but he said NAFTA. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All these words, they're confusing in my head. AKA Donald Trump.
Now, I'm just going to throw this out there. I think at least one or two news media outlets is going to call him out for being racist. Not that I think he is, but simply because a black guy asked him a question about being a president to everybody, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, "I can be a good president to those people in the inner cities." Some left-wing nut job media is going to go, "Oh, Trump's a racist." Because that's what he said.
Here's what Trump said about NAFTA. Here's the quote. When Hillary Clinton has always been in favor of free trade agreements. When they passed NAFTA, the new TPP, when they passed NAFTA, she said, this is the gold standard. She said she's for it when they passed it. So yes, he said TPP and NAFTA at the same time, but TPP has not been passed yet. So.
For the children, guys. It was for the children.
Dude, for the children.
What is it? For ants?
Like 3 people out there caught that reference.
One of my first jobs in politics was to lie through my face, and I've done it for the past 35 years. Hillary Clinton doesn't have a place in Donald Trump's America.
Ethiopia, boys.
Sure she does, in jail.
It's 6x8 place in Donald's America.
With concrete furniture. Bullying is up. That's been up for like a decade.
No, bullying hasn't been up. People have just been raising more pussies. People whine about bullying.
You have to use the example of an 8-year-old who doesn't understand.
As somebody who has 4 kids, I can tell you they have not been bullied anywhere near as much as kids I knew growing up. So, I mean, shit.
True.
People are just more sensitive to it now.
Because of the 24-hour news cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she can hit him over. He can hit her over the point that she said Republicans are her enemy.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Inciting of violence.
Wait, I thought it was Black Lives Matter that rushed his campaign.
I like a little violence every now and then.
Well, only if she asks for it. Okay, maybe sometimes if she doesn't.
Wait, does it count if you're in a leather gimp suit, guys?
I like how you act like you're the one inflicting the violence. You know you're the one getting your ass beat during sex.
Well, occasionally, yeah. You gotta have a little fun.
Don't be ashamed, Yankee. You know the midget hookers do it to you too.
Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. 2008.
Here's the thing. Here's the only problem I had with that statement is I think most people today would rather have Barack Obama than either one of those two. If it was a three-way race and Barack Obama was one of the options,
Barack
he would
Obama's
win.
pulling at 56% approval. So
I think people would take W back right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, they would.
Oh yeah.
I'd take Papa Bush back.
Well, I liked Papa Bush. I would take him any day. I liked him.
Is it too late to have JFK
I might even take Cheney.
Any votes for Gore? She'd be taking her face mask off.
Now, why is he talking about fucking Twitter?
I don't know.
I'm like sobering up, and this is making less sense. It shouldn't work that way.
I stepped away, and I missed part of that.
You didn't miss much. Former, because they haven't been elected again.
Thank you, Foos.
I watched my husband screw another chick with a cigar.
I feel like that would really ruin the aroma of the cigar, but I'm just guessing.
You mean she watched her husband exist during the internet?
And then fix the numbers so it sounded like we're actually recovered and we're not. Corporations are back on the right track.
Tell that to the hiring freeze at my work.
Middle class wages are not.
I'm still waiting for the gun questions to start popping up.
This audience just likes
Maybe
blood.
we'll run out the clock, dude. Don't pray.
Uh-oh.
Supreme Court.
Shit.
Why do they call her secretary? She's no longer secretary.
That's just respect. They do that with governors, senators, whoever.
Yeah,
Whatever
once
your
you keep the
highest
title.
elected office is, that's what they refer to you as. So Bill Clinton will always be referred to as Mr. President.
Which is bullshit. No, former Mr. President.
No, I think they refer to him as Mr. President.
Yeah, you refer to him as President Clinton, President
Yeah.
Bush, President whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit, though, if you ask me.
Well, no, because retired generals will always be referred to as General so-and-so. It's a form of respect in our government and our military.
It's just a title.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
She says she's against this United, but that's because he's rich.
You were slurring really hard. I did not hear any
Here we
of
go. Roe v. Wade bullshit.
That guy in the blue shirt and the beige jacket there looks like he's about to have a stroke.
He's sweating pretty bad, Yankee.
Highly qualified to be anti-gun.
Ooh, dereliction of duty.
Is it really a good idea to say that he's a great judge and I want to support more Scalia's when Scalia only had a 34% approval rating?
You know
I feel like he's still running a primary campaign is the problem.
I think we need to have Matt for a Supreme Court justice.
Fuck no.
I'll take one for
Come
the team,
on.
guys. I'll take one for the team.
You take the whole team on all the
All
time.
right, Carlos.
I'll join the Supreme Court. I ain't reading shit though. If they can just explain what stuff is to me and I'll vote.
As long as you get to put out videos a couple times a week, we're still good.
Hey,
as long as I get
Clarence
it-
has
as long as I
slept on
get
the
it-
bench for 20 years, so
As long as I get to grab people's genitalia and they can't do anything about it because I'm famous now.
Grab her by the pussy.
grab America's pussy again.
Although I will say I had watched Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC last few days. CNN is the only one that did not bleep
Flies
the
on her
video.
again. That fly keeps coming back to her.
It's
Landed
probably
right on her devil heart.
It's probably actually a drone, like a little.
There it is. Look at it.
That's reprogramming her every time it lands on her with new information.
It's just proving she's an android from Westworld, guys. Come on.
No, she doesn't. She does not support. Oh, bullshit, 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 bullshit. Bullshit alert.
What's online?
There's
There's
no
no
online
online
loophole.
loophole. Where is there an online loophole?
There is none.
It's fucking bullshit.
They call personal sales
Thunder,
private
thunder,
sales
thunder,
online
thunder.
loophole. How cold is it in there that he thought a cable net sweater was needed?
Because,
It was the only thing he owned that was red, guys.
Being as big as him doesn't, keep him nice and warm.
Just said rejiggering.
Yes, he did.
Rejigger.
Yep.
I noticed that too.
I'll go on record as saying I am okay with the word rejigger.
We'll see what the fact checkers come up with about the word.
Is that in Webster's? Rejigger? If not, drink.
Hey, it actually is a word. I didn't even know it was a word. I just like the sound of it. It actually is a word.
How do you spell that word?
It means to reorganize or arrange differently.
Stop that, Yankee.
Yeah, Foose is drunk. Don't yawn in front of him. He'll fall asleep.
I thought I was muted.
No, you weren't.
Okay, I want to take exception. I'm from West Virginia. It is not a great place.
All right, we're 90 minutes in, boys. Should I get another beer or not?
It's beautiful if you drive through. West Virginia, that is. How the hell are they getting into the country if that's illegal?
They sell it through offshore companies and fake organizations.
That's not the first time. The first time probably 30 or 40 years, but not ever.
Well, I don't know if we ever been energy independent back then. Didn't we even bring like lamp oil over from England?
I'm pretty sure 30s and 40s and 50s we were oil independent or energy independent.
We wouldn't worry about the Middle East if we didn't buy their goddamn oil. How can you be a clean energy superpower? Clean energy is generated locally. Makes no sense.
Because she talks out of her ass.
Pretty sure she means that we can be one of the countries that relies more heavily on independent energy than any other country.
That doesn't make us an energy superpower. That's my point. It's bullshit. It's
it would.
Bullshit.
It's like right now, I would say that like a lot of the Scandinavian countries are doing a lot of their production from independent energy. Hopefully we will.
Oh, last question. Mr. Carl Becker. Here we go.
She should have said Carl Pecker.
Nah, he'd grab her by the pussy.
Oh, Lord.
Be interesting.
That's quite a question.
She should say his little hands are adorable.
Go fuck yourself.
They said, Trump, are you going to go first? And she's like, I certainly will.
He should say, I'd like to grab her pussy.
Please, God, yes.
Punch her in the pussy. And, oh, actually, she'd be like, that's the first time it's been touched in 30 years.
His children are beautiful.
I like that he has children that are loyal to
His
him.
daughters.
So that
His
must say
daughter's got a
something good
rockin'
about
bod. Positive.
She's like, I like the fact
Daughters
that
have
Ivana.
awesome.
I like the fact that Ivana took after her mother, but unfortunately, his sons took after him.
You're right.
I'm
8 years,
surprised-
bitch. If you get hired, you're going to be fired after 4.
I'm surprised that Hillary didn't mention the 3-day loophole for the guns where you have to do a background check in 72 hours, because that was one of her big points. So have they tried to drop that because they got beat too badly on it, or is she just forget it?
She can't remember that shit.
Can he just come out and say, no, there's no positives about Hillary?
The positives about Hillary is whenever I'm elected president, she'll be in jail.
He should say she's got to be very crafty to get away with killing people all these years and not being in prison.
Nice. She's very good at working the system.
Okay. I think that's it. I think we're done.
Okay,
That was
so
the final question.
I feel good about that debate. Way better than last debate. Holy shit.
Oh, hell
Let's
yeah,
see.
agree.
That took about, that was pretty close to right at 90 minutes.
Okay, some of us aren't done yet. Quit spoiling it.
Spoiler, there's nothing to spoil.
You have to pick a different web address.
The university.
Yeah, that was right at 90 minutes. So they nailed it pretty much. Let's see. How do we feel about this one? I don't know.
I felt good.
Hell a lot better.
I think
in my mind, I think Hillary's a bitch.
I think
Hillary's always
he
a
was
bitch.
much more consistent throughout. Like last time, he nailed it right there at the beginning. He nailed it for a solid 15 minutes, and then just went downhill from there. Whereas this time, he didn't. I mean, there was a couple of areas where I thought he did good, he did really good, but for the most part, he didn't nail it throughout. But he stayed consistent throughout in that. You know, I mean, the biggest issue I had with him is he kept trying to get into arguments with the moderators, and that just makes him look petty and stupid. But
well, it didn't go too far off the rails though with the arguments. He only argued for time, and he didn't go too far.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I mean, overall, I think he did better this time around because he was consistent throughout. Although he did start out kind of too low key for me.
He started out really flat.
Yeah, but let's be honest, that only lasted like just throughout the introduction. Like that's all it was. It was the introduction, and then that was it. And then it changed up, and his energy went up, and all that kind of stuff. He was much more consistent throughout this, and that was awesome. I mean, if I were to call this right now, as far as who won the debate, I would say he probably did. It wasn't like, oh yeah, he nailed her. He fucking made her look like. He didn't like dominate.
No, it wasn't a death blow.
No, it was not a death blow. But I would say he came away as the person who was. I mean, because he called her and her husband and all. You know, he became Trump. He did exactly what I've been wanting him to do. You know, which is call her out on Benghazi and the guns and all this other crap and all the bullshit for. You know, I want him to do that because that's really his only card. He can't debate her on policy. She's too much of a politician.
I think he won.
I think he did one. I just don't think it was like a dominating victory. It wasn't.
He done one.
Oh no,
he done one, boys. He done one.
Yeah. I do want to talk about guns because it came up so fleetingly. It was almost a moment that was missed.
It was excellent.
And that's where she specifically mentioned three things. There was the private sales issue. There's the background check issue. And then she said something that I'd never heard before. Online gun loophole.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Now,
There's no online gun loophole.
That's what they call. That's what they call private sales. They consider private sales an gun loophole because people can meet each other on a forum or something and then meet somewhere and sell each other a gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is that?
Now I will say at the very beginning.
On next to Trump all the time.
I will say at the very beginning. I mean, they did spend a considerable amount of time. I mean, it was 15 minutes in before we finally got off the whole grabbing pussy thing. So I think that still hurts him. I don't think that necessarily hurt him in this debate as far as how he came off. You know, I mean, if people are watching this debate to make their decisions or whatever, I don't think that is whatever. But I think just in general, like, that has hurt him with women voters.
I just seen Hillary. She's shaking hands with everybody. She just grabbed a chick right in the pussy.
Well, there you go. Well, I mean, she gets it from her husband, so we already know how that rolls. Did she have a cigar in her hand when she did it?
The second debate was about the no-fly list and purchasing guns. That did not come up again.
No, not at all. Yeah, which I'm kind of glad about, but at the same time, I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted some clarification there from Donald Trump. I wanted.
No, we don't.
We don't?
No, because he's going to be anti-gun. We don't want any fucking them two getting together or being anti-gun together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't want it to be off the fucking table. I want it to be all about Russia or fucking immigration or fucking jobs, like it should fucking be. Then putting guns on the agenda means that the federal government has their fucking nose in it, and that's fucking doesn't need to be fucking assumed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The Russia thing did throw me though. I was not expecting Hillary Clinton to be on that whole bandwagon. I mean, I get it.
I don't feel like that helped her at all, though. Do you guys? I mean, do you feel like Russia helped her?
What helped her?
I don't know that it helped her at all.
No,
I don't think it helped her. It just surprised me that. I mean, okay, we know that Syria has been this proxy war with Russia. I mean, this has been a thing that's been going on since the Bush administration. This isn't a Republican versus Democrat thing. I mean, our country in general wants to ensure that Russia does not become the USSR again. No, it's not bullshit. It's not bullshit because
the old guys will be just like everybody else. We shouldn't be involved in shit. We shouldn't be worried about other people's business. Our money should stay here. Our veterans are more important than immigrants, and we shouldn't be worried about other people's business. And then we're going to allow her to talk about fucking Russia? I think Trump would have won if he would have said, hey, Mrs. Our money matters here and blah, 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 and you don't want to start wars and shit. What are you fucking even talking about Russia for?
No, it's not bullshit because Russia is a fucking problem. Okay, Putin wants the USSR back. They are prepping for fucking They are literally prepping for nuclear war. Okay, that is a big fucking issue, and I don't give a shit
that have pushed in this direction.
Well, of course it is. That's why partly why I'm surprised that she's the one talking about it instead of Trump.
Well, that's where Trump missed his golden opportunity. He said nothing about reset with Russia and how her policies let Russia get out of control.
Yeah,
Bush kept Russia.
He should be the one talking about Russia. Right? He should be the one pushing the fact that Russia is a problem. Exactly. That Russia is that Russia in Syria is an issue, and then not only that the only response to Russia in Syria was Hillary Clinton arming rebels that turned into ISIS. That I mean, he should be stepping outside of it. It's like he's picking sides. He's like, instead of looking at the situation with ISIS, and I've had some drinks. Damn it, come on. Instead of looking at the situation in Syria and looking at ISIS and looking at the Assad government and looking at how Russia's playing into it because they want to build pipelines through Syria. That's one of the reasons they're backing the Assad regime. You know, instead of looking at it objectively and saying, look, Russia's a problem. Hillary Clinton being in the State Department trying to battle Russia caused even more problems with ISIS. He picks a side in that he picks Russia's side. He shouldn't be picking a fucking side. He should be pointing out the fact that, yes, Russia is a problem, and Hillary Clinton was a problem because she helped fucking form ISIS. You know, she looked at the situation where we were trying to prevent Russia from becoming the USSR again, and she made the wrong fucking decision.
Well, he did say that. He said her judgment.
Problem because
he
Russia
did say her judgment was a problem.
Huh?
He did say that. He said her judgment was a problem about all of her
policies. But he's not coming down on Russia like he should.
Right. No, I agree. And what he should have said is that 8 years of George Bush kept Putin contained, and Putin was not a problem. And then Obama has been so weak, and Hillary Clinton was so weak as a Secretary of State that Putin is out of control. That would have been his trump card.
Yeah, no, he needs to, because he needs to step away. He needs to look at it and say, because I mean that whole situation is just a clusterfuck. I mean, it really is. But we cannot deny that she fucked the pooch on this, and her and the entire Obama administration. I mean, they're responsible for arming ISIS, for helping to grow ISIS. They were there at the ground level with ISIS because they wanted those rebels to fight Assad because they knew Assad was backed by Russia, and she proved it. She was talking about it in this fucking debate. And you know, give them a break though for this moment, because this has been going on for a long time, since before Obama was around. So it's not a Republican or Democrat thing. Our country has come together and realized we don't want Russia to become the USSR again. That's a bad thing. We don't want that because it doesn't work out well. Okay. And so, you know, they got together and they figured, hey, look, they're trying to use this and let's arm. They made a mistake. They fucked up. Pure and simple. They fucked up. They created fucking ISIS, trying to defeat Russia in Syria and prevent the pipelines and all the stuff that was going to help bring more money into Russia to help them become this superpower again, to help them in Crimea and Ukraine and all this stuff. You know, they fucked up. They were trying to prevent this stuff with Russia, and they created ISIS. He should have taken that stance instead of defending Russia just to point out that she fucked up. He could do both. He can point out that Russia is a problem and point out that she fucked up. And he didn't do that. He's been
the point is that I think the line he's trying to toe, though, to counter your point there, is not to say Russia is a problem, but he doesn't want a second Cold War, right? That's the line he's trying to toe. And again, it's the same line that Obama toed.
That shouldn't be a problem. It's not about the Cold War. Russia's ready to take on a fucking hot war. Okay? This needs to be talked about and discussed. This is not speculation. They are straight up
mutually assured destruction is still a thing.
They're literally preparing for nuclear war with us. Okay? This isn't some fucking conspiracy theory. Okay? This isn't bullshit. All right? This is, you know, people, we want to talk about Black Lives Matter. We talk about all this other bullshit. In the meantime, we've got a fucking superpower preparing for nuclear war with us. Okay.
So you're going to suggest that every company that does exercises is preparing for war with us?
Every company?
Every country, obviously.
No, I don't think that's what he's basing his opinions on. I think he's basing his opinions on that Russia is trying to build inroads into the Middle East. Russia has invaded neighboring countries and tried to take over control. They've invaded parliaments. There's even reports that they've been invading parliaments of local Middle Eastern, or not Middle Eastern, Eastern Bloc countries, trying to take them back over to push them back towards the Kremlin. So it's just they
want to be the USSR again, and they have been public about it.
But the point is that they were able to be contained under Bush, but not under Obama.
They weren't contained. They weren't contained under Bush at all. They were.
Come on, they didn't make any moves under Bush. They
built their nuclear program back under Bush. Practically, they were allowed to sell their oil at massively high prices.
We had interceptor missiles placed all over the world under Bush.
Doesn't fucking matter. They were able to sell their oil at inflated prices during the Bush administration, and they just completely rebuilt their nuclear structure. That's when they did it.
Russia is a problem. Anybody who denies that does not understand what's going on right now. And that's not to say that you can't slam Hillary Clinton for helping to create ISIS at the same time. And that's the context we're talking about this issue
But
in.
you can't put your head in your sand and defend Russia or pretend Russia.
No, you can't.
You cannot defend Russia. They've been working for the last 15 years to take back
but the question that I think Trump's trying to address, even though Trump can't articulate it, is how do you deal with the Russian problem without having a second Cold War, which people don't.
I don't think that's what he's doing at all. He's ignoring the Russian problem. There's no.
It'd be nice if we could just get along. No one tried to get along with Russia before.
He has openly praised Putin and Russia for over a year and a half, and anybody
that
thinks
he does that about everybody. Let's not talk about Trump. He's a great person. I think he's great because he says that about everybody when he does.
Then you're either saying Trump's ignorant and says that about everybody.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Or he's openly praising Russia. I mean, I don't know, but
when Trump doesn't have an opinion by default, he says, "I think they're great. They've done great things." That's what he does when he doesn't have an opinion. Later, he may form an opinion.
Shit. Why stir shit when there's no need to stir it up?
Well,
so do we'd rather have you'd rather have a situation where there's two presidential candidates talking about how they're going to be the first ones to kick the shit out of Russia or force Russia to do something or stand up to the line and dare Russia to do something else, so that we're basically back to where we were with what Carter should have been doing and that Reagan ended up doing?
I don't know if it's necessarily about daring Russia to do anything, but absolutely you can't have one candidate.
Our candidates should talk about it exclusively. I guess my suggestion is I'm not going to suggest that whatever your 40 million or whatever it was it 40 billion, 40 million, whatever it was?
40 million.
40 million exercise. Well, I'm going to suggest what's the difference between that and China? What's the difference between that and Pakistan? What's the difference between that and anything in South America? What's the difference between that in Africa? There's horrible fucking things happening.
Huge differences. China is not trying to take over huge swaths of other countries.
Just the economy. Just the economy.
They're producing cheap
China
shit.
is just the bank to Russia's
all they're doing is building cheap shit. If people want to buy cheap shit, that's on you for buying
They are the
cheap
currency
Chinese
manipulator
shit.
of the world. They're the
And
bank
they do that to
Russia's
sell their
military.
cheap shit. They do that to sell their cheap shit. That's
but
why
if
they
push comes to
manipulate
shove,
their
they give their money to Russia, not to us.
They sell it to everyone in the whole
They
world.
get more money from us than they do from Russia. And Russia right now gets all their money from China by selling them oil. And they want to create inroads through the Middle East so they can sell more of that oil and sell it more quickly to Russia, China. So
there's no comparison between Russia and China.
No comparison.
Russia they are openly trying to expand their empire, and they are openly challenging us as a world power. They are not making any. They are not trying to hide behind the fact that they are backing the Syrian government against ISIS, against us, to expand their oil, to expand their power, their money, everything. They want to be the USSR again. They have been very clear about that.
In the Middle East for 60 years. I mean, we know that to be the fact. But the point isn't, is Russia a problem or not? The point is, are we going to go back to a Cold War mentality, or are we going to find a different solution? And it seems to me that this was not the same issue it was 8 years ago. And that under this administration and Hillary Clinton in particular, with her bullshit misspelled reset button, that Russia got out of control. And that's what Trump should have said. Not whether Russia is a problem or not.
He should have handled it differently. Absolutely. I mean, this isn't about, look, there's to me, there's no doubt. This isn't Hillary Clinton's right on all this. She's fucking wrong on all kinds of shit. She's wrong on fucking everything. The point is that she's pulling this Russia stuff out of her ass, and she's only doing it because she's buying into the whole, or she's hoping people buy into the whole thing of that Trump is on Putin's taint. And unfortunately, it sure as shit looks like he is, because he's willing to just ignore some real shit that's going on. Russia is a problem right now. And granted, I understand that most people don't pay attention to the shit like we do.
Talk about strategy then. Would you rather some guy talk a bunch of shit while we have our pants hanging down? Or would you rather a guy who's really going to represent the country ignore stuff that's pretty big, major, so that he can take care of it like you're supposed to, in quiet?
Well, no, he needs to. You don't just ignore the fact there's a problem. You don't go back to that same old line he's used now in 2 debates of, we don't know that it was Russia behind the hacking and all the other crap that's been going on. You know, you don't ignore it. You say no. You know what?
You don't want to let the giant bully know that you're out to get the bully necessarily, especially when you don't have the resources to take on the bully.
Oh, that's a stupid tactic. You do want the bully to know that you're there to take them on, because then if you don't, they'll just go continue being around being a bully. If Russia thought, hey, America doesn't even think we're a problem, they won't even notice if we go into Crimea, or they won't even notice if we go into the Ukraine. They won't even notice if we do this.
Shit.
Yeah.
So you want to perpetuate the idea that there's the United States and there's Russia. We're the two polar sides.
What are you thinking, that we're going to suddenly become bedfellows with Russia?
No. Why would anything I said suggest that? Just because you only think in two options, black and white? I guess so, because I didn't say anything.
You're acting like we haven't tried for the last 20-something years to cooperate with Russia. We've tried out the ass over the last 20 years to cooperate with Russia. It ain't working.
And cut the throat of Russia. You don't do that by dancing around and bragging about how you're going to cut the throat of Russia. You fucking do it. You don't fucking
No, they are doing it. They do it by, they're cutting Russia's throat right now. That's why Russia's desperate, because they're sitting there and they're like, we can't sell our oil to very many places, and we can only sell it for pennies on the dollar.
Bring it up during the presidential debate then? If it's an effective strategy, somebody should take a Trump aside and go, we're cutting their throat right now, quit it. And you'd go, okay. And
because he doesn't want to say anything negative about Russia.
Out on the side of the person who's cutting the throat, Trump.
See, you're missing a point. You're missing the point. That is what's happening. We are cutting their fucking throat with the oil sanctions, and he still won't even say that or say anything negative about Russia. Period.
You don't talk about it when you're stealthily killing somebody.
You don't stealthily do sanctions. People got to know about sanctions for them to work.
Nope, they're secret sanctions.
But the point, Matt made the point though that they're preparing for nuclear war. But what was the issue with the reset with Russia? Reset with Russia was about interceptor missiles in South Korea and in Turkey and all around Russia to neutralize their nuclear threat. And what did Hillary Clinton do? She said, hey, we're going to reset our relations with you and take our missiles out and let you have your fucking fun and eat your cake too, right? So that's the point here, is that are we going to go back to a Cold War mentality, or are we going to have somebody who actually does something legitimate about it to contain Russia? Fuck a Cold War. Do something real that actually does something. And that's the point, is that we don't need another Cold War. So acting like we're going to have a war of words with Russia and have a Cold War is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think Russia wants another Cold War, and they're not preparing for another Cold War. They're preparing for...
Right, so for Trump to come out and have basically said that would have been a policy killer.
Oh,
it
yeah.
would not have helped him.
So let me throw a little something out there. Is this merely, all this Russia baiting that the current administration is doing? Is there a reasonable possibility that it's being done simply to get the public's eye off the economy in the direction it's going?
It may be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think Russia doing all the stuff they're doing and trying to pull in more money and power to build their empire back up. I think both sides, Republican, Democrat, right wing, left wing, whatever it is, they realize it's a bad thing for all of us. And that's, and that's why, Hillary Clinton was involved in arming the terrorists who eventually become ISIS. They were trying to back these rebels that were going to go up against Assad. They were trying to, do what we did in the 80s. I mean, they were trying to repeat what we did in the 80s, which was arm all these people that eventually, became followers of Osama bin Laden. I mean, that's what happened in Afghanistan. We armed a bunch of people to fight against the Russians, and it's what they were trying to do again. And both sides agree. Russia becoming this huge world power again, and having all this stuff is a bad thing. Now, he should have been able to call her out on that, but at the same time, not deny that. You know what I mean? Like, you can call her out on, you made mistakes, you screwed up, you helped create
Trump has
ISIS.
no subtlety, though.
Well, he does, but I mean, you don't defend Russia. Russia is indefensible at this point, and he was trying to defend Russia, and he's consistently been doing it for a year and a half. And that's my issue with that, is because Russia's a fucking problem. It's undeniable Russia is a problem. We know Russia's a problem.
And
It's consistently been. I mean, in 2012, everybody was praising Romney for calling out Russia being a problem.
Yeah.
And now those same people are saying, oh, you're an idiot. Agree with Trump. Putin's okay. Let Putin take care of shit in the Middle East.
Well,
I mean,
what I don't like here is people that misrepresent the Russian reset as in some big change in policy. All we did with the Russian reset is do a symbolic gesture to say, hey, we're going to try to get along. And then we stopped production on a missile defense system we've been working on since 1984 and have never been able to get working. And it's far outdated now, too far outdated now, that even if we finished it, it still wouldn't work. So we agreed to quit developing that the strategic.
If it's so outdated, why were they so butthurt about it and asked us to take it away?
Because
That's bullshit.
no one is butthurt about it. That was one of the big bullshit things that came out of that. That's as big a bullshit as Scud missiles are effective, and we got to worry about them. They weren't fucking effective. We didn't have to worry about them. The missile shield system's been in production since 1985, and it's never been able to be a viable system, and it's not going to be a viable system. The newer systems are going to be better. So
will we put those there, or will Hillary Clinton reset with them?
We still have them there. We have all of our new technology in the same places we've ever had technology. We didn't pull anything out of anywhere. We stopped the development on a system that didn't exist, that would never work.
Like the F-35?
We're talking about SDI, except that we have lasers that shoot down nukes all the time.
It's a SDI, Space and Strategic Defense Initiative. I used to work for it when I was younger.
I used to watch it on the news when I was younger.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
this Russia.
Let's get back to discussing the debate. Not that there's much left to discuss, but I think, as we kind of in a roundabout way said before, that I feel Trump consistently did better this time around. I feel like he won just in that he went Trump more throughout this, and I enjoyed that because I enjoy I don't particularly like the guy, but I hate Hillary Clinton. So, when he goes Trump on her, I'm happy. So I feel like he walked away with this. And, even though he had the petty little issues with the debater, the moderators or whatever, and that kind of thing, I think in general, I feel like he walked away probably with a few points his way, as opposed to last time. It was very clear. Last time she won, and the polls showed that she won.
I think in the end, tomorrow, it's going to show, I bet tomorrow, that Hillary Clinton won, but it's going to be like a 52-48 thing.
It'll be very close.
And it'll be based on, I don't think it'll be based on it'll just be based on the fact that he interrupted a lot, sniffed a lot, and fought with the moderators.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like what
and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the poll showed she won, but I feel like he won just because he did much better than he did last time. Not because he necessarily last time.
That's what my position was on the first one, that he did better than he could have.
Well, that's like saying Gerald Ford did good in the debates because he didn't fall off the stage.
There is no most improved
award. Way to show your age, Yankee.
No, but when you get a heavyweight, professional boxer and you get somebody who's never been in a ring before and they're able to go however many rounds you do in boxing and not win but make it a draw, that's a win for the person who's not a professional. And I think that's why he won last time, and I think that he did better this time. I just wish he would have done a little bit better.
Okay, that analogy would have worked a lot better if you would have actually said how many rounds instead of however many rounds you do in boxing.
I don't fucking know sports. You're lucky I know that there's rounds in that stupid game.
However many innings that they go in boxing.
Score a goal unit.
Yeah, I don't think.
But when you're in the bigs,
when you get that many touchdowns in a soccer game, anyway.
Whether it's baseball, football, or in the ring, when you're in the big leagues, improvement matters none. It's just a matter of who wins and who loses. That's it.
Well, I mean, you got there isn't. I mean, you have to. I mean, we can sit back and objectively take in, those little issues into account as far as, well, I mean, he's not he's not used to being in the public eye and debating people in a political arena and that kind of thing. So he was able to hold his own against somebody who's been doing this for a long time, and that obviously gives him points. But just in general, the average person who doesn't give a shit about that, who doesn't care, I mean, that should not be a factor. You know what I mean?
And that's my point.
Compared to the first debate, when he did get into a spat with the moderator, it was, hey, you gave her more time than me. She went over time. So at least technical in nature. It wasn't like ask Kennedy. So that's a big win right there.
No, yeah, he definitely did better.
The fight with the moderator was technical, not like personal or whatever. 1. 2, there was no clear-cut point where he went off the rails and was like, oh shit, he just shit the bed, the debate is over.
No, he stayed on track. That's why I think he won this time. I thought clearly he lost last time. And, you know.
Now, also, didn't him, like, holding his own and keeping his feet when she brought the tried and true bullshit, you know, blah, 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 shit that you knew she was going to bring? Doesn't that give him more cred also, or more points?
What, this time or last time?
This time, because you knew she was going to wail on him for the whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, he did. Like I said, he did good this time. He was prepared. He was ready. And to me, because this is what I wanted to see him do, he still went a little Trump on her, and that's what I want from him.
He showed
that's the
personality while keeping it presidential.
You know, I mean, here's the whole thing. I never liked Trump. We've been talking about this for over a year, right? I've been saying how much Trump is, you know, all this crap, Trump right? Hater. Let's not, you know, exactly. But so if you're going to vote for Trump, if all the people who voted for Trump in the primaries really want Trump to be Trump, right? Then you want him to go into these debates and be just fucking Donald Trump. You want him to not care about any of the bullshit. You don't want him to be respectful. You want him to be kind of embarrassing. You want him to kind of just go off the rails, right?
Well, you want him to show personality. Let's say it that way.
Exactly. You want him to be that because that's why you voted for him, right? So that's what I was looking forward to because, in my opinion, that's how he best takes care of her because he can't debate her on policy. Even though she's lying 100% of the time, if you have a policy debate with her, she can play it to her advantage. If you want to have a debate on, not just policy, but just on being, you know, stand up and political and everything else and whatever it is, she's had a lot of experience doing this kind of thing. You can't debate her in that way. The one thing she can't prepare for is, oh shit, he's gone Trump on me. And so that's what I wanted to see from him. And he pulled that card much more this time than he did last time because he didn't pull it at all last time. And that's what I wanted
Moon to show. I wanted Moon to show up tonight so I could show him my new CZ75B Omega convertible.
Oh shit!
Ooh, pretty.
Trying to make him jealous.
What does Omega mean?
It's got the Omega trigger system in it. And convertible means you can switch it back and forth from decocker safety or just decocker.
Omega means it is the end of the CZ line.
It means that Charlton Heston was in a movie using that gun.
Yes.
I don't think he was.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Fact check me on it, Yankee.
Anyway, in general, I thought Trump pulled this one out. I thought he did better. And so I feel he edged this one out. Now, also, like Yankee said, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow the polls come out. And again, legitimate polls, not the fucking internet polls that have been proved to be bullshit. Okay, but legitimate polls. I would not be surprised tomorrow if legitimate polls come out and show that she edged it out by a point or two because it was very close. But in general, I personally feel like he did a good job, that he edged her out a bit. He went a little Trump on her. He called her and her fucking, you know, rapist husband out on some bullshit. I thought that was a good call. In general, I thought he walked away with this, maybe doing himself a few favors.
Does he get the voters back that he lost yesterday over grab the pussy with this debate?
No, he doesn't. No, he may get some independents and some moderates, but the woman vote, he didn't do anything to bring back any of those votes. Not at all. No.
So I agree with you on that. He's still treading water on that issue.
Yeah, whatever he lost whatever votes he lost with that shit, he still lost them. He didn't bring any of those votes back tonight.
I believe that if somebody's so dipshitted, so dim-witted that they're going to be upset by what a man said 11 years ago to his friend or whatever, you know, in private, and then he apologizes for it. If someone's going to still be upset about that, then they would also not be paying attention, or they're not realizing what Hillary did. And I think that if he brought up since he brought up what she did, which is you know, beat on the women that he was molesting, you know, and that she was no angel or, you know, in the glass house throwing stones, that if somebody's so gullible and dim-witted that they're going to get all worried about that, then they're also going to get worried about Hillary, and maybe they didn't know about Hillary. Because how could they possibly get so upset about Trump knowing Hillary did much worse in action and not in words, that had no follow-through? So I don't think it is a total loss.
No, I mean, in general, I think he did good. I mean, I was, you know, it was. I'll be honest with you, and you know, this was not the last time. I felt like there was more interaction. We had more to say about what was going on in the debate, as far as the questions asked and that kind of thing. This time there wasn't as much of that, but in general, I think he still walked away doing well. He did better than he did last time. So I feel like he won, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what gets reported in the news media, but you know, I don't know. This wasn't like a great fucking debate. It's not like, oh, this was a debate where he dominated and
fucking
you know,
entertaining.
people are going to walk away and 90% say he fucking dominated or anything like that. This was, you know, maybe a 55-45 split. To me,
You got these internet polls. You got 183 people watching right now. Somebody in the YouTube chat said, vote, you know, do 1 for if Trump won and 2 for if Hillary won. But if you say that and start it right then we'll get a pretty good idea. Because right now,
but understand, no, wait, but it doesn't matter. We are. This is a pro-gun, anti-Hillary channel. Everybody's gonna fucking put 1 in there. That is not a good representation of
the voting
people.
public.
It's not. I mean, if we asked that question right now, it would be 90% Trump, and that's not a good representation. That's not fair. That's not, you know, something that's going to be representative of what's really going to happen in 4 weeks. You know, come election day. That's not representative of that. So, I mean, yeah, I can put that in there and say, oh yeah, vote 1 if you think Trump won, but that's going to be bullshit. Because look at where we're polling from. It's a bunch of pro-gun people that all hate Hillary much more than they hate Trump. So
that doesn't mean we're gonna say that he won. I mean, we might vote for him because we feel we have to for our Second Amendment, you know, rights of the Second Amendment keeps it for us. But if we can still have an opinion.
Okay, then I will throw it out there. I'm looking at the YouTube side. If you think Trump won, put in 1. If you think Hillary won, put in 2. Let's see. And I'm willing to bet it's going to be
an N poll or one of them other polls. This is an NEA poll. These are legit.
An NEA poll. There you go. I'm willing to bet it's a bunch of 1s, and that's fine. I get it because we're all pro-gun people. We hate Hillary. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
All right, but I'm just saying we don't just because we decide. You decided that he lost last week, and it didn't change your vote. You know what I mean? It's not like we're voting on this poll with our actual vote. We're just telling us whether, or we're asking the 183 people if they thought they're in line with us that we think he won. You decided that he lost last week.
Well, I mean, I'm seeing
one says 2 because Trump did better, but still 2. So we're getting a little bit of info.
Yeah. I mean, in general, I thought he won this. I thought he pulled it out. He did much better than he did last time. So, you know, and I expect that. But as I said, and like Yankee said, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow all the quote-unquote scientific polls come out and show she pulled it out by a couple points here or there. That's not going to surprise me. So, yeah, we'll see.
Well, she could have got on stage, had like an epileptic fit, got up, pooped herself, and then like yelled a bunch of racist shit, and then like farted, went off stage, and they'd still say she won.
Stop saying my sex dreams out loud, G. Come on.
No, I'll be honest with you. We're in the second debate. She has not coughed 1 fucking time, but this motherfucker can't stop sniffing like a fucking coke addict. So I'm just saying, I think that that the whole she's sick Parkinson thing.
Well, not that this hasn't been fun, but it hasn't, and I've got to go eat some macaroni and cheese with hot dogs.
Oh, there you go.
You put a 2 in there. That's parting around, or if you think really that he didn't win.
All the online polls I'm able to find right now show Trump winning by a large margin, but they did that last time too. So
yeah, well, you know, the online polls are. I mean, we know how that went. They explained that last time, to the point that Fox News, I mean, and this leaked, Fox News had to put out a memo to people like Sean Hannity and everybody else saying, look, we know these online polls are bullshit. You cannot throw those out there as scientific fact. You can't do that. So stop. They had to, tell people to stop throwing that shit out there. And then, of course, once a couple days passed after the last poll and the legitimate polls came out, they showed that she had won. And so that whole scientific poll bullshit, whatever, the whole, Trump dominated, that kind of witch shit. So I would, but again, this time around, I wouldn't be surprised if it's much closer. And even if Trump kind of edged her out a little bit this time around, that wouldn't surprise me at all. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But man, that's it, man. I'm done.
I'm gonna go to the lobby.
Yeah, well, it's time to shut this one down. It's Sunday night, so I don't usually do
Sunday show. It was pretty cool being able to watch it. I mean, I guess I was behind, but it was cool being able to because this was a good one. This was a knockdown. This was a good one.
Yeah, this was. I mean, there's some of the issues. I don't know. I mean, I think there was a little bit more shock and awe for the first one than this one, but this was overall a little bit better of a debate. So
I like to think that she got her feet in the fire. Like, he was roasting her, because even Yankee was crying out for her during that one part where he was like, no, quit doing it. But he was like just piling it on her there for a while, and she was getting frustrated and squirming around, and you don't get to see her like that very often. Even when Obama was wailing on her, she didn't get that bad. So I think it's good, because now she's going to be scared shitless. She's going to overstudy, because she doesn't have any actual testicles for this kind of stuff. She just has to get told what to say and whatever. So she's going to, I think, psych herself up too much for the next one and potentially really tank it. And he's got
I agree.
Back, and I think he's more on the fly. And once he's got some confidence, it's doom on her.
If he gets a head of steam after this one, he may roll into the third debate real strong.
Yep. We'll see. We got what, 2 weeks till the third debate, right? 2 weeks, or a week and a half to 2 weeks. So
remember, we were all hopeful last time too. So
yeah.
Can we all agree though that the fly won the debate? Yeah.
Yeah, the fly. The fly. It came around. It came around Trump once. I saw once that it started to hover around him, but it kept landing on her. So
I could have swore I heard the fly say, "Kill me,
kill me,
kill me."
Yeah, there you go.
And on that note, yeah, no, it's time to shut it down. Like we said, overall, I feel Trump did good. I feel he won this particular one. We'll see what the polls say later on, but I feel he did better this time around because he went a little Trump on her ass, and that's what I wanted to see. So we'll see how everybody else feels, but yeah. Other than that, appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight and stuck around for the entire 2.5 hours of listening to, well, most of the time, us saying nothing and just watching the debate. But for those of you who stuck around till the end, appreciate it. And other than that, we're going to get out of here. We'll see everybody tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, by the way, we got some top 10 war movies coming at you. So tune in for that. And I'm sure we'll talk about the debate too. So. But and of course back on Wednesday for guns and politics. But yeah, that's it. We're done. So we'll see everybody next time. Take it easy, guys.